Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning and welcome. Welcome to a Saturday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Need an orthopedist, go to Brock. And of course, we'd love to help you out with your roof. A lot of rain yesterday as well. So, say it all the time. When it rains, it's when people find out they got roof damage. So if you have roof damage, give us a shout today. Crews are working out and about. We can get to you 364-1007, 364-1007, 364-1007, 364-1007. All right, y'all. Really another great night for all the local teams. The LSU baseball team, they blanked Xavier 4-0. Luke Holman was awesome. If you didn't happen to catch the game, Holman threw 6 no-hit innings. I think sometimes there's this feeling, I think probably most people understand this, but there's probably this question like, okay, well, why would you pull Luke Holman if he was throwing a no-hitter? Well, he was at 97 pitches, which is the most he's thrown yet this year. So it was nice to see him extend the week before SEC play. And unfortunately, it was one of those things where there were some innings where his pitch count ran up a little bit. He worked a lot of 3-ball counts, which is atypical for what we've seen from Luke Holman this year, but he still struck out 10. So he struck out 10, he walked 2. He'd only walked 2 all year. In his previous 3 starts, he'd walked 2. Well, he walked 2 in this game, which he did throw a wild pitch as well. But no hits. Did not allow a hit in 6 innings. Christian Little came and relieved him. Went an inning and 2/3. He promptly the no-hitter promptly ended in the 7th, and Christian Little went in, but gave up 2 hits in that inning. But 3 hits, no runs for Christian Little. He did strike out 2 and looked pretty good. Got a ground ball double play to work out of some trouble, and then Griffin Herring went and pitched the last inning and a third. So Herring struck out 3. So a good night on the mound. Offensively, it was a bit of a struggle for the Tigers. They put up 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and then didn't get another hit the rest of the way. So it was a lot of Paxton Kling 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Stephen Milam had 2 hits. Tommy White had a single. Brady Neal had a hit. Brady Neal just missed a home run too. Oh my God, weird night. Travinsky had little to show. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI, but he hit 2 missiles to the outfield that on any other day with the wind blowing in, than a day where the wind is blowing in, that's a 2-homer day for Travinsky. But Ashton Larson got the starting right. Good to see Ashton Larson get some run, and he had a single in the ball game as well. So anyway, Bear Jones was 0 for Bingham. Braswell was 1 for 3. Braswell tripled, which was great. Got the scoring going. Hi. Well, look who decided he wanted to come say hi. Say hi, Dad. Joe, come see. Well, I know what you want. Okay. Well, what day is today? Saturday. Yes, it is Saturday. Good job. Good job. So, you want to say hi, Dad, Joe? Hi, Dad, Joe. Well, that was really sweet. Now, Bart said hi. Do you want to say hi to Bart? Say hi, Bart. Hi, Bart. Say hi, Reed. Hi, Reed. Say hi, Alan. Hi, Alan. Good job. Saying hi to everybody today, huh? I love you so much. Say hi, Adrian. Hi, Adrian. Very good. Oh, Cliff is watching. Say hi, Cliff. Hi, Cliff. It's Uncle Chuck. Say hey, Uncle Chuck. Hi, Chuck. Hello, Chuck. What? What? Yeah. Okay. No. Well, thank you so much for coming to say hi. You want to tell everybody what are we going to do today after Dad's show? What are we going to do? Daddy's work. Go to Daddy's work, and what are we going to do there? Elevator. Okay. And then this. And then what? This elevator. This elevator. Yes. We'll go to the elevator. Okay. 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 You want to ask me with a sentence, please? Daddy, elevator, please. Okay. I'll be right back. He wants videos on Daddy's phone. Be right back. Okay. All right. Well, the star of the show made an early appearance. Okay. So really quickly, great night for the baseball Tigers. Well, I shouldn't say a great night, but a good night. I mean, Luke Holman was good. You had a good, performance out of the pen. Anytime you pitch a shutout's great. The We'll get to the rest of your comments here in a second. We'll roll through it. Basketball Tigers take on Mizzou. Let me check the line on this game. Now that I'm sure it's posted this morning, it should be LSU 10. Let's see, LSU 7.5. So Missouri's 8-22. They're 0-17 in the SEC. LSU favored at home by 7.5. It's senior night. This is a Missouri team that doesn't play a lot of defense, doesn't have great depth. Year 2 under Dennis Gates has not gone well. If you're LSU, you're basically playing for an opportunity to get to 500 in conference play tonight. And if you're able to do that, you're going to be an NIT team regardless of what happens in the SEC tournament. So what you can't afford is a bad loss at home, and losing to a Missouri team that's 8-22 and 0-17 in the conference would be by definition a bad loss. So don't let that happen. Tigers should win tonight, night game at home there at the Maravich Center. Baseball plays at 5. So my guess is a lot of people who are watching the baseball game may just make their way over to the PMAC to watch the basketball game tonight. So we'll see. And then Pels get a win last night. Pels was not pretty last night for the New Orleans Pelicans. Not a great looking win, but you'd much rather obviously a 103-95 win than a loss. And to struggle the way the Pels did against a Joel Embiid less 76ers team was a little disconcerting, but you got to get out there and do it. So Pels get a win. They move to 38-25 on the season. When you look at the standings, the Pels are still firmly in the 5 spot, and they are 3 games behind the Clippers, who are in the 4. Remember, you want to be in the top 6. You're in the top 6. That guarantees you avoid the play-in. But if you're in the top 4, you'll have home court advantage in an opening round series. So that's kind of what they're gunning for. And then one last thing, I guess, before we get to your questions, LSU women, they blasted Auburn 78-48. LSU went on a 21-0 run to start the game. It was like 39-9. It would be crazy. Anyway, so and that's encouraging because, man, Auburn handed LSU their first loss in conference play earlier this year, and then they played a second time in Baton Rouge later in the season, and it was really close. So, and LSU really had a fight. It was one of those things we talked about yesterday. Styles make fights, and that was not a great fight great looking fight for LSU through 2 games. But Tigers came out ready to play. They blasted Auburn. LSU will get Ole Miss tonight at 6 p.m. on ESPNU. Okay, let's say some good mornings. You know the drill. Fire away. If you're on YouTube, please smash that like button, subscribe up to the channel, Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. We're on LinkedIn there as well, so we appreciate you for being there. I'm going to share this to whoops, that's not what I wanted at all. Share. I'm just going to share the YouTube link to Twitter. Boom. Okay. There we go. All right, let's say some good mornings. Vaughn Bluesman, what up? Alan Black, Baby Bobby, Spike Nolan, yet. Dustin Abear, good morning. Bubba Smith, what up? Jesse Brown, morning, Matt. Do you think Coach Mulkey should rest some of the starters for the SEC tournament to prepare for the NCAA tournament? Keep in mind, Jesse, so I'm going to answer no, because you do get a week, right? Even if you play through this weekend, you're going to get a week before, before you're going to play again. So they should be fine at this point on, right? And then it's just you're playing twice in a weekend, and then you go to the next weekend. So no, unless if Angel Reese was supposedly dealing with a little bit of an ankle type deal yesterday. If you have someone who's one of your key players is battling an injury like that, then yes, you have to think bigger picture. But as far as just rest and get your legs under you, no, I don't agree with that. Austin Kidder, good morning, Matt. Finally unemployed for the next 9 days until I start with Comcast. Looking forward to taking a break, spending time with family with some morning scone mixed in. Well, cheers, Austin. Good luck in the new venture, man. Keep me posted when you're heading back this way, man. So Austin lives in Vegas, from Baton Rouge, lives in Vegas, apparently heading home. So looking forward to seeing you, man. I got to see Austin when I was in Vegas last March for the UFC fights. Bubba Tatum, what up? Deborah Coward, Wendell Norman, Brian Penn. Good morning from Lincoln. Okay, Lincoln, Illinois. Jeb Whitley, for Shanu or Bust, I'm with you, Matt. Never been absent on Morning Scone for a bit. Nice microphone. I've been absent on Morning Scone for a bit. Nice microphone. Sounds awesome. Have a great weekend. You got it, Jeb. Good to see you there, man. Welcome back. You know where to find us, man. If you got to go, come back. You know where we'll be. So we changed up the set a little bit here. You know what? As I do have it here, I realize I have all this desk space. I guess I could just turn and do but then you get that wall. Like, is that the best spot? You still get the desk. If I go there, you get the Brock thing on the curtain, so you don't have to. So it's not the hidden. Whatever. Anyway, Reed Rule. Good morning. Maybe with the current running back depth, Kelly will give Perkins some more goal line carries this year. I forgot about that Harold Perkins got a touchdown carry last year. They're like, is that? I remember watching people are like, I think we were at Don Juan. Was that John Emery? Is John Emery playing in this game? Did they give John Emery No, that was Harold Perkins. Hey, babe. Look at your shoes. Can I show everybody your shoes? Well, that was close. Why don't you just give me a shoe, Erica? Look at that. Who gave you those? Wow. Some really nice person. The hair fairy, apparently. She's asking if the hair fairy showed up today. Never fails, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Von Bluesman, yes, softball still undefeated. Shout out Beth Tarina and the squad. Went up to Kentucky, battled through a rain delay yesterday. They remain the only undefeated team in college softball. Kelly Gross, good morning. Brant Roban, Wake Forest took an L. Florida had to walk off to win 10-inning punks. This is such a blah weekend in the SEC. The one that was astonishing yesterday was Kennesaw State. I think it was Kennesaw State. Hang on. My apologies. I'm getting the SEC scoreboard from last night in baseball. Come on. Hit the drop down. You jerk. There we go. By the way, I do not like the way, if you don't go to the SEC baseball website, I do not like the way that they've updated the website. It's very poorly done and hard to navigate. There's certain templates that everybody uses, and they did a very poor job with this. Kennesaw State blasted Kentucky and Lexington 13-1. Purdue University Fort Wayne beat Missouri in Como 9-7. Anything else? Tennessee beat Illinois 6-3. Yeah, that's it of consequence. Okay. Christian, morning, Matt. Big Four had herself a game last night. Flaugier. They're starting to peak and play their best ball at the right time. Let's hope it carries the rest of the month. Amen to that. Murder Giraffe, good morning. Appreciate y'all for being here. Let's see. Patrick Burglass, morning, go Tigers. Let's represent well on senior night. Finish the regular season strong. Yes, indeed. Barry Jocelyn. Are y'all talking to Drew? Sorry. Let me get past the Drew was in here just a bit ago. So if you're just joining, you missed Drew. He already made his appearance. He'll probably come back in a little bit when he wants something else. I'll make him say hi again. Gunnar Michaels, morning Scone. Don't know about y'all. But I want Fry to get another shot at starting lineup for SEC play. Okay, Gunnar, that's fine. Here's my question: who do you want to take out of the lineup? This is the perpetual problem you have when you have that much talent. So yes, Jay Johnson said he views Ethan Fry as a starter. So you've got Mac Bingham in left, who is easily your most veteran player, played in the most college games, and you want him in your lineup every day. Unless and until he really hits the skids. But that's a guy that has seen just about everything. And you've got Pearson and Brown kind of platooning in right. So do you want to add a third person to that platoon? If so, okay. But just understand that means Josh Pearson, who was a stud for you in the postseason last year, and Jake Brown, who's the number one player in the state of Louisiana, and probably he and Paxton Klinger, the two best athletes on your team, is going to get less playing time. So I'm with you, man. It's one of the downsides of it's just one of the downsides of having so much talent, if there is such a thing, which sounds like an oxymoron, like you have too much talent, or a contradiction, not an oxymoron. Donald A. Me, morning. Do you get your Facebook messages? Wondering so I can stop sending you stuff. Honestly, Donald, I don't check Facebook Messenger often. I tell people all the time, text me on the text line, which is, I mean, I'll tell you all, like, it's an app on my phone called Community. Like, this is my text line, if y'all could see it. Like, it actually shows up as text messages on this app. So, like, if you text me, that's a much better shot of getting me. So that's the thing I have pinned in my it's 396-4400, 396-4400. Then I get texts like this from a guy like Michael McIntyre. Why does Notre Dame get special treatment? Is because they're Catholic? Is this a religious bias? What's going on with Notre Dame? Join a conference or go away. You'll never bring this topic up on your show. Catholic High and Notre Dame get special treatment, and it's tiring. What an idiot. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'll reply to him later. Maybe. Anyway, let me check let's see, Donald. Hey, there you are, Donald. Okay. Morning. Hoping you could send a shout out to my niece-in-law. She went to high school in Livingston Parish, French settlement. Has over 1,000 points in her LSU A career. Very cool. Congratulations to Dana Martin Hartwick, first team all conference and being selected champions of the character team. Very cool. How about that? Congrats to, I'm guessing Dana, right? Dana, not Dana, D-A-N-N-A-H. Dana Martin Hartwick. Shout out to Dana. Big Morning Scone shout out, doing great things from the LP, and they're on first team all conference at LSUA. That's awesome. Good looking out, Donald. Thanks for sending it, man. Appreciate it. Congrats to Dana. Hope she has a great rest of her year, man. Assuming they're going postseason and tournament. Oh, I'm blurry now. Hang on. Let's see if that fixed it. There we go. So yeah, Donald, you can send me Facebook Messenger. I just don't always check Facebook Messenger. That's probably the thing I check the least. So Text, email, Twitter, all that stuff is a better way to get me. Cliff Uncle Chuck in the house. Patrick Kason, what's good? Longest Drew sighting in weeks. Glad he gave us more than 24 seconds today. Sometimes I can hold on tight to him and make him hang for a bit. Jeff McKithen, what's good? Good morning. Mark Allen, I bet the likes go crazy when Drew makes his appearance. Yeah, please smash the like button if you would. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. Cliff, what is so funny to me is even when talking to other people, I find myself saying, and then, and I just, that is a Drewism. And then, he wants to know his day. So we have to like do the whole sequence of his day. And then, let's see. And actually so some of his therapists are saying like they're trying to get us to break him of that habit and for him to say what's next. So like when he says, and then we have to say, well, you tell me what's next. Where are you going to? Then we ask him questions, make him verbalize it. So Jay Borden, good morning. Deborah Cowart, did you ever tell us about the new bottle on the bottom shelf? Oh, Deborah, that's not a bottle. It's the replica Lombardi trophy. It's not a bottle. That's a replica of the Lombardi trophy. So, which happens to be autographed by the one and only number 9, Drew Brees. This is a Saints replica Lombardi trophy from Super Bowl 44. I don't know if with the glare you can see it. The score, all there. Pretty cool, huh? I need to get it cleaned. If anybody knows, so I got this at an auction. So Most Blessed Sacrament Parish had their auction. How about that? How about if I put it right there? It's cool, huh? Does that look good? I'm definitely not leaving it there, but I can leave it there for the show right now. Anyway, yeah, I won that at the Most Blessed Sacrament Parish auction fundraiser. So pretty cool. It's a replica, full-size replica Lombardi trophy autographed by Drew Brees. I was like, yes, I do want that. Jason Horn, morning, Matt, from a slow barbershop. Hashtag Team Drew, hashtag Shoe Gang. All right, Jason, hope it picks up for you, man. Is that a new trophy behind you? Yes, it is, in fact, the Lombardi trophy. Craig Duncan, hitting is concerning me right now. Hopefully it gets better because I do think our pitching is elite. Yeah, Craig, the problem with that is we weren't saying the hitting was a problem in Houston. It's just like, this is baseball. And I know this is the thing that we have, the conversation we have every year. Like, it's why you play it's why you play 56 of these in college, because, man, you're going to have peaks and valleys. You're going to have slumps and spikes. You're going to have good days and bad. Like Luke Holman yesterday didn't have his best stuff, but he still threw 6 no-hit innings. Like, as a team, LSU right now is batting .315. Like, let me say that again slowly. LSU as a team is batting .315, and they've got 18 homers, 28 doubles. They're slugging .509 as a team. Like, they're fine. Offensively, they're fine. Let's see, 124 runs. 124 runs in 14 games, right? They're 13-1. They're averaging 8.8 runs a game. You average 9 runs a game, you're going to win an awful lot. So there's going to be days where you win 4-0, and there's going to be days where you win 24-2. You just find a way to win that day. So I am not worried about this team, like, offensively. I think they have more than enough talent up and down that lineup. I think Kling will settle in as your leadoff guy. Milam is your leading hitter right now at .422. I think Travinsky has been a super productive guy in the lineup. Again, I'll point out last night, if you weren't watching the game, Travinsky hit 2 balls and Neal hit 1 that on any other day would have been home runs at the box, but the wind was blowing straight in, and those were mashed baseballs that just got held up and were warning track flies. On a normal day, those balls leave the yard, and that's a rout. So I'm going to disagree with you, man. Craig, I'm not concerned with the offense with LSU right now. Braswell has been a really productive player at the bottom of the lineup for you. I'm not telling you the batting average is wowing, but he's been a productive player for you. His on base percentage is almost 400. He's giving you productive ABs. Um, so anyway, I mean, Tommy White, who started off in a little bit of a slump, is up to 333 on the season. So he's gotten his average over 300. There's more than enough offense in this lineup. More than enough offense in the lineup. Kirk Taylor, good morning. Ryan Slayton, good morning. Watching in Tucson. All right. Jason Nord, bad news. Want a nasty one, but it's a win. Absolutely. Talking about the Pels. And yes, a win is a win. And look, you beat Philly without Embiid. Now you get to go to Atlanta and play the Hawks without Trae Young. Yes, just keep on stacking wins. Reed Rule, Scone, if we make the NIT, are we a high enough seed to get a first-round game at the PMAC? I don't know. That would be a total guess from me, Reed. I'm not it's the right question to ask, Reed, but just very candidly, I haven't spent enough time looking at what the NIT field would look like. So, I don't know. My thought would be no, quite honestly. But, I mean, LSU's RPI is in the 80s. I was RPI. LSU's net is, let me look it up right here. Looked it up the other day. It was 80, 89, I think. LSU's net is 88. So, 4-7 in quad one games, 1-5 quad two, 4-1 quad three, 7-1 in quad four. The one in quad four, the loss to Nichols is the one that still stings. That's a bad loss. Spencer Sanborn, morning, Matt. I reached out to you via text about your soundboard issues. Was wondering if you figured out the issue with music or hot buttons. Have a great weekend. You know what, Spencer, candidly, and thank you. I haven't yet, but I haven't fully tried. I think you and others had suggested two things. So for those that are wondering, this is what we're talking about. When I play the song, when I play the music pad, y'all hear. I'm sure you. I don't have my head earbud in right now, but I'm sure you hear skip right, peaking high and low. There's two things potentially that could be causing that. Either the cable from the board into the streaming laptop is faulty, or the board itself on that pot is faulty. Everything else with the levels and the hookup is right, as it's really disappointing that I'm having that issue. But anyway. All right, please smash the like button if you would. If you're on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. We appreciate y'all. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, Brock, the after hours clinic is open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. So if you need an orthopedist, go see our friends over at Brock. They're the best. With 10 locations, no matter breaks and strains and sprains and everything. It's good enough for the LSU Tigers and the New Orleans Saints. It was good enough for me when I had my my meniscus repair, and whatever you need, Brock, they're the best. Go see them. Okay. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do there. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Sorry, trying to find my place in the order here. JB Johnson, to see what LSU did last night to an Auburn team who isn't too shabby without Michaela Williams was really encouraging to see. I think health is this team's biggest hurdle right now. JB, health, and then also just more specifically, draw who you end up playing in the NCAA tournament will matter. I mean, I'll point it out again, but Sorry. Um, I just looked at some of the comments. I'll get 2 minutes second here. Sorry. Look, I mean, last year look, Iowa beating South Carolina last year was huge for LSU. LSU wouldn't have beaten South Carolina in the national championship game. That was a terrible matchup for LSU. Iowa and Caitlin Clark taking down South Carolina was massive for LSU. It was a better stylistic matchup for LSU in the championship game, which is why they won it. So yes, matchups matter. Ryan Stadler, morning, Matt. Haven't made it here in a bit. Any news on how Greg Brooks and his family are? Have not gotten an update on Greg Brooks, man. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note. One more person I think I can ask. Trivia Carter, good morning. Guy Brooks, good morning. Cliff, Barry Jocelyn, morning. Uncle Scone is here for the therapy. Let's see. Llama Lance, what's going on? Love to see Larson get a chance in right field yesterday. I agree. Good to see him get some run. Get it now because conference play is almost here. Ben said, ooh, an E-Rock ankle. Woo woo. Wowee. Cliff, morning E-Rock. The hair fairy always comes through. The hair fairy does always come through. It's true. It does. Lance Richard, morning, Matt. Curious if you've ever compared Matt McMahon's first 2 seasons to Wade's first 2 seasons. The improvement from last season to this has me excited to see next year's team. So here's the big difference, Lance. If you remember, Will Wade's first year. So what I have pretty consistently said is look at last year for Matt McMahon as a wash. Like just punt the year, pretend it didn't exist. Because Will Wade year 1 went to the NIT, similar to what Matt McMahon is looking to do this year. And then Will Wade year 2, you remember they won the SEC in year 2. So, and that's when Wade was suspended and didn't coach in the NCAA tournament. I think if you're trying to make a correlation with Will Wade and Matt McMahon, you have to look at this year for McMahon and compare this year 2 for McMahon to year 1 for Wade, where they went 18-15 overall and 8-10 in the league, and then went to the second round of the NIT. And then the next year is when LSU went 25-5, 15-2 in the conference. They won the SEC and went to the Sweet 16. So, and lost to Michigan. So anyway, I think that's your better comp, right? Okay. Von Bluesman asks E-Rock, did you get your Taylor tickets? E-Rock is gone, and she's not gotten her Taylor tickets yet. We're working on it, though. Jeb Whitley, Matt, would you be good with a quality D end if the Saints don't pick a tackle? Yeah, Jeb, listen. So yesterday on AFR, I said, look, I've settled in. The pick that I'd like to see the Saints make at 14 is Olu Fashanu, the offensive tackle out of Penn State. The more kind of digging I do there, I realize like Fashanu would have been a top 10 pick a year ago, decided to go back to school. And this is just a really deep tackle draft class. So a guy that the comp I gave is Brian Thomas. Like if Brian Thomas were in the draft a year ago, he would have been the first receiver off the board. This year, maybe he's the 4th or 5th receiver just because it's a really deep receiver draft class. So I think you're going to get great value out of a guy like Fashanu if he's there at 14, which I think he probably will be. So because of the amount of quarterbacks that are going to go, the receivers that are going to go, and then guys like Joe Alt, who seemingly are ahead of Fashanu in the draft sort of pecking order. So I think Fashanu will be there. I think he has the ability to be your franchise left tackle. He's 21. He doesn't turn 22 until December. So the end of his rookie year is when he'll be 22. He's only played in 21 career games, so a lot of tread on the tires. Um, I'm really excited about that possibility. I hope that's the direction they go if he's on the board. So, y'all with the Ask E-Rocks. Cliff, Ask E-Rock, would you punch a dolphin in the face for Taylor Swift's phone number? Oh, God. That's it. I think she'd fillet and saute a dolphin for Taylor Swift's phone number. Devin Barris, LSU baseball is the most disciplined team Johnson's had so far. It's one of the really we have seen at times, Devin, offensively. The best example was last week against Texas. I mean, it was offensively, that was a master class for how you have a team approach offensively in a baseball game. And that's how they drove up LeBaron Johnson's pitch count and got him out of the game in 3 innings. So yes, they're a veteran team. Although you have some guys that are playing for the first time, you're still a veteran team, and well, they're talented too, man. Brant Roban, with a small sample size of SEC teams play, could you see LSU winning more series than expected through that tough stretch? Brant, I guess you're talking about baseball. I don't know what. I mean, LSU was picked second in the West behind only Arkansas, by the coaches. So I don't know. I mean, I don't. It's not like necessarily there was a knock on LSU this year, or people were projecting them not to do well. So I guess I'm curious what you like. What's your bar? I mean, do I think they can win 20 league games? I do. You open up next week at Mississippi State, and State's not great, but they're playing better. You get Tech in the midweek after Mississippi State, which Tech is a really good team, by the way. You're home against Florida. You definitely have an advantage on the bump against Florida. You go to Arkansas. Arkansas's got really good starting pitching, but they're figuring out their offense. Then you get Vanderbilt at home, which is a Vanderbilt team that has skinned its knee a little bit early in the season. You're at Tennessee, which tough place to play, but I still think you're better than Tennessee. Then after that, everything really gets light. I mean, that Florida, Arkansas, Vandy, Tennessee consecutively is a brutal stretch. But then you go Missouri, Auburn, A&M at home, at Bama, Ole Miss. I mean, even if you find yourself middle of the pack after that first month, the final 4 weeks, with the exception of A&M, I mean, Ole Miss, Bama, A&M, Auburn, and Mizzou. So those final 5 weeks, 4 of the final 5 weeks are a relative breeze. So, okay, Deshaun Green, Matt, I'm really not in a position to question Kim Mulkey, but I don't think she's doing a good job developing talent behind the starters. Almost lost Angel last night. The game was over. Thoughts? You have to give me a little. So first of all, you say you're not in a position to question Kim Mulkey, and you question Kim Mulkey, which I would say is a fool's errand. She's, in my opinion, the greatest women's basketball coach ever, and I would not question her. I think they've done an amazing job of developing this team, especially considering you don't have a true point guard and you spent the year trying to develop Haley Van Lith into that role. And then we all know the depth issues, right? With the injury to Samaya, and then with Kateri Poole being dismissed from the team. Those were 2 veteran players that were going to give you key contributing minutes. So I think Kim has had to build the bridge as she's crossed it this year, and I think she's done an awesome job. Having Angel in the game last night, I'm with you. And I don't know if Kim talked about it after the game. I didn't see a post-game press conference or anything, but that's one where she probably wishes she could undo that one. Robert Brantley, good morning. Rube D, Matt, to say Thomas isn't a sympathetic figure, is just out of touch. Read the room. We've been fed up with Duncan and his Pat 40S propaganda reporting. So Rube, you can say read the room. With respect, I have way more touch points with the fan base than you or any other fan. You and your small circle of friends who are fans may side with Michael Thomas. But the amount of text, emails, tweets, DMs, messages I get every single day, comments on posts, I have a much more vast grasp on how people feel. And I would say, Rube, it's 80-20. People are sick of Michael Thomas. And the point that, as you bring up in your post, we've been fed up with Duncan and his Pat 40S propaganda reporting. The point that you bring up is missing the point altogether. Because I've been very clear, for those that missed it earlier this week, Jeff Duncan reported that Michael Thomas was going to be released, and then Michael Thomas teed off on Jeff Duncan on Twitter. And then yesterday, Michael Thomas went back and teed off on Dennis Allen. And now he's doing the stream of consciousness nonsense about how good he's been in the community. Rube, the point wasn't and isn't about Jeff Duncan. I said point blank, I don't care, Rube, one iota. This is exactly how I said it. I don't care one iota if you like Jeff Duncan's work at all. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Jeff Duncan is a columnist. He gives opinions, and if you don't like his opinions, that's fine. In the same way that there's people that don't like my opinions, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Jeff Duncan is, however, objectively a credible source. He's been covering that team for 30 years. He is a credible news source for information. You don't have to like his opinions. That's fine. But none of that is even the point. This is what I believe, seemingly, and I'm just reading a very small comment, a 2-line comment from you. So but I'm assuming that you're representative of the sample that I'm talking about. What you continue to miss is, and I don't know any more way that I could say this, and I've said this point blank, I don't care at all what your feelings are on Jeff Duncan. This isn't about Jeff Duncan, or it's about Michael Thomas's actions. Michael Thomas, for 4 years, was a dominant football player. And he was on a Hall of Fame trajectory, and there were no issues that anybody heard of with Michael Thomas in the locker room or anything. But it's easy to be a good teammate and a good guy when things are going well. It's not so easy, and sometimes you show your true colors when things are going bad and how you handle the face of adversity. Do you want to look at the last 4 years for Michael Thomas? And I'm not just talking about Michael Thomas dealing with injuries. That's unfortunate. Great players throughout history have dealt with injuries that have cut their career short, and I've detailed those, which seemingly some of you want to just ignore. But I've talked about Bo Jackson, 28 years old. Troy Aikman, 33 years old. Gale Sayers back in the day was 28 years old. Look at Greg Oden, number 1 overall pick. His body failed him. But those are still sympathetic figures because of their injuries. The problem, Rube, why Michael Thomas has lost goodwill is because of how he has chosen to handle this situation. Look at the last 4 years. You have an injury. A team has paid you has committed $100 million to you. You have an injury, and you leave town and don't answer your phone for the entire offseason. If I'm the Bensons, if I'm Mickey Loomis, Sean Payton, I am PO'd. You can't pick up the phone? All that we have invested in you, and you're ghosting us the entire offseason? Then to find out you show up for OTAs and you're not ready and you get hurt and you miss the whole season. We have to have another procedure. That's on Michael Thomas. And on top of that, he comes back, punches Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in a practice, gets suspended. Sitting there during a game this year, trashing Derek Carr, trashing his teammate during a game, trashing his head coach on Friday, like feuding with Jeff Duncan. Like, this is the point, Rube. Like, things have not gone well for Michael Thomas, and he's showing his behind. Like, he's crapping on his own teammates. He's crushing the organization on Twitter. He's punching teammates. He's ghosting the organization. Like, no one has ever denied Michael Thomas's skill set, the way he started his career, his ability, his desire to win, competitiveness. No one's ever denied that. But the way he has chosen to handle this has made him look like a jerk. And yes, he's not a sympathetic figure. He has lost goodwill. And that is obvious, man. That is obvious to everyone except the very small corner of the fan base that where you reside. But it's one of those things where, Rube, you live in an echo chamber, brother. If you're surrounding yourself with people who feel the same way that you do, then all you're doing is not hearing the loud voices of 80% of the fan base who disagree with you. It's why the organization is going to cut him loose. So again, if you're choosing to focus on whether this is a Michael Thomas versus Jeff Duncan debate, you are missing the mark. It's not about Michael Thomas versus Jeff Duncan. It's about how Michael Thomas has continued to conduct himself publicly and with the organization over the last 4 years. And I can't remember a single positive story about Michael Thomas in the last 4 years. Does that make more sense? Maybe? Cliff, that's funny. Someone telling you to read the room. Sometimes you got to let people talk, make fools of themselves. Like, again, look, everybody who's here, there's 208 people watching live. I don't know. See, and here's the other point. Trivia Carter says Derek Carr is trash. Is there anybody, please answer this question for me. Is there anybody who has spent more time publicly criticizing Mickey Loomis, Dennis Allen, Derek Carr than me? Please, I'll wait. Is there any human being that covers this team that has spent more time and been more vocal in their criticism of Mickey Loomis, Dennis Allen, Derek Carr than me? The short answer, no, there isn't. But that guy Rube, who was commenting a bit ago, he might have left by now, I don't know, is missing the point. The two are not mutually exclusive. It's not like you can't criticize Michael Thomas because you don't criticize this, or like because someone else did something. It's focus on the silo. Focus on the silo of Michael Thomas in the last 4 years and tell me, where are the positives? Show me where in any other player on any other team, if they're going on Twitter during a game, crushing their quarterback, they're going on social media, teeing off on the organization. They're picking fights with reporters on Twitter, literally punching a teammate at practice. Like, tell me what, like, just look at Michael Thomas in a silo, in a vacuum, and tell me where the positive is for Michael Thomas over the last 4 years. But I would love it. I would love it if you would take a second. 208 people watching live right now. Is like, how do you feel about Michael Thomas? Good riddance, or do you support Michael Thomas? Because this is a good exercise. That guy Rube is probably gone. I'm sure he's gone. But the point being, him saying, read the room, all this sort of stuff. Like, I'm telling you, he exists in a small corner of the Saints fan base. Period. Look at the comments. Rocky, I have no patience for whiny, needy. Good luck. Good riddance, Michael Thomas. Jesse, Matt, you've been the most vocal. Of course I have. Chance. Loomis should have been fired for chewing gum alone. Alex, bye. Devin, dump Michael Thomas. He's toxic. Damon, deuces. Are you seeing this? Von Bluesman, Michael Thomas was beating up construction workers by his house. Yes, he was. Michael Thomas was arrested. I forgot. Michael Thomas was arrested this offseason. Like, Spike, Michael Thomas wore his welcome out. Nicole, Michael Thomas is dangerous in the locker room. Cliff, are you understanding my point? Murder Draft, Thomas is a knucklehead. John, Thomas needs cutting today. Like, are you seeing this? Chance, good riddance, Michael Thomas. Gunner, time for Thomas to go. Abner, goodbye, MT. Christian, post the poll, get the data, LOL. I love irrefutable evidence so people can shut up. I don't know if the guy Rube is still there. I don't think, and Cliff, I don't know if I can do a poll on here, on the streaming app that I have. Anyway, but the point is, like, that guy I'm sure is gone. I wish he would come back and see this. But trivia, bye Michael Thomas. Hello, Brian Thomas. Like, do you understand the point? That guy, if you go back to his comment, and I'm sure there's some of you just joining who don't even know what we're talking about. There's a guy who commented who was crushing me for my take on Michael Thomas. And I'm looking, here it is. Said, Matt, to say Michael Thomas isn't a sympathetic figure is out of touch. Read the room. Literally, this is my point. I don't care if it doesn't matter if you like Jeff Duncan or not. Jeff Duncan isn't the issue. I don't care if you like Jeff Duncan. The spat with Jeff Duncan is just one piece of evidence over 4 years of a mounting pile of evidence of Michael Thomas being a distraction, a bad teammate, an all-around bad guy. Like, and look publicly anyway, and look at all of the Lauren, Andrew, stop giving the guy time. Caden, hope Michael Thomas doesn't rub off on Olave. Robert Potts, culture over talent. Big, strong, fast guys in LA who can catch the ball. Where's that guy Rube? There's literally not one. I wish he was still watching. I'm sure he's gone. There's literally not been one comment, not one person who has agreed with him. Not one, as I sit here and read these. And this isn't a representative sample size of the entire fan base. But the point is, if you're going to sit here and tell me, read the room, look, read the room. Like, this entire room is disagreeing with that guy. Jesse Brown, I think 31 other teams would have cut him a long time ago. Anyway, okay. I'll move on. I hope that guy comes back and sees this part. I don't know, if he will, but anyway. No, Michael Thomas isn't a sympathetic figure. David Bass, good morning. Murder Giraffe. Drew would definitely like the scene from Dude, Where's My Car? Hi. Hey, what's going on? You want to come say hi, Dad Show again? Oh, this looks like this is kinked a little bit. Let me see how much longer you got on this thing. Oh, it's done. Your dose is done. Good. Well, Dad's got to give you your other meds. Do you want to sit in Daddy's chair real quick? Okay, you sit in Daddy's chair, and I'm going to go. Daddy's going to get your other medicine, okay? And push in your tube. Here. You sit in the chair, and you host Dad's show, okay? Okay. You talk to him. You talk to Dad's show, okay? Hey, Drew, what song are you singing with Papa? You want to sing him a song? Hey, sing him a song. Tell him what song you sing with Papa. What song do you sing? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, you better.
What's that?
What?
That. No.
Oh, ding dong. Okay, what song do you sing with Pub? Let's sing. Ding dong.
What's the week?
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Wicked, what's the wicked? We know wicked dead. Oh, the Houston also no. You know it was dead.
We went down to the deep red, which is dead. Yay! Okay. All right. Now what?
And then,
Can Daddy sit in his chair?
yeah,
Drew want to sit on Daddy's lap?
nice rap.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Here. All right. Okay. Here we go. Bring the microphone a little bit closer so they can hear us. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Chance said Drew just pulled a Jim Morrison move, turned his back to the audience, rock star move. Nice job. Say hi, Chance.
Okay.
Danny said we all spent time defending Michael Thomas online. Sucks he can't just exit gracefully. Christian said, I want to believe dude was trolling and get a reaction, but he's probably delusional and believed his take. No, he does believe it, Christian, because that I recognize his name. He tweeted me the same thing. And I replied to him on Twitter, but he can't quite get it. Thomas Spencer said, good morning, Drew. You're the most awesome boy ever. Hope you have an awesome day. Say thank you, Thomas. Say
thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas.
Oh, that was very sweet.
Oh.
Very sweet. Let's see. Murder Giraffe said, this isn't Dad's show. It's true. What? Where you going? Are you going to get your giraffe? Where you going? Huh? Something just struck his fancy. I'll tell you that much. Oh, he was gone. Rocky, Kelly, and Morning Drew, what's for breakfast? Drew just had some Pediasure through his feeding tube. That's his breakfast. Clip the room has spoken. Yes, it has. Stuart Angers, Michael Thomas can kick all the rocks. Chance, he picked the wrong room. And look, and Chance is wearing a Saints hat. So Jonah Boo Thomas. I mean, I hate to do it to that guy, but it's like, it's just true. I mean, he's not a sympathetic figure. He's not. Let's see. Damon Gilmore, good morning. Think O'Malley wins tonight. I agree. I'm gonna get the fights tonight. We'll watch Sugar tonight. Lewis, Matt thinks Bama baseball will be a breeze. LMAO. Yeah. I think LSU wins that series for sure. Rocky, Kelly, and Matt, sure look good to see Corey Raymond wearing the colors, working with the young DBs. Yeah, man, for sure. Jake Knight, somewhere someone is making Milam jerseys. Jesse, Matt, I agree with you, Randall Michael Thomas. I doubt he ever plays in the league again. Jesse, I think someone will give him a chance for a league minimum to come in and try to make the team. But nobody's going to commit a multi-year deal with guaranteed money to Michael Thomas at this point. Bayou Flats. All right, Bayou Flats, good to have you. Llama Lance, Milan batting average up to 422. Oh, they not updated? My apologies. Let's see. I was looking at the stats, current stats. Have they not updated? Maybe they haven't updated them. I'm at LSUsports.net. Yeah, Milam. Did I not say that? Milam 422. Milam's at 422. Travinsky's at 348. White and Neal are at 333. If I misspoke, my apologies. Hey, Dad said Mama Scone used Brock. Cliff Nelson, the Baton Rouge Brock is greater than the Hammond Brock. Crazy. Oh, man. And then Lauren said, is Musso still with his blind date? They are not. I think they had talked about going on. I don't want to speak someone else's business. I think they had talked about going on a second date. I'm not sure that ever happened. I don't know what happened. I try not to pry. Hey, V, what's going on? Congrats on your promotion. Saw the email from Johnette. Fired up for you. Veronica works at Delta Media. The new sales manager, so make sure I have the title right, over at Delta Media in Lafayette. That's our great affiliate, 1037 Lafayette, 1041 Lake Charles. And she has been a pleasure to work with. She's been a big champion of our show and all the oh man, I'm trying to find the email. Sorry, Veronica. I was trying to get the email so I could get your exact title correct. It's in here somewhere, but I got a bajillion emails buried in there. So anyway. Ah, there it is. Sales team coordinator at Delta Media. Boom. You deserve it. Congratulations. James J 2134 morning, Matt. I know it's not LSU related. I'm not sure if you've seen this circulating on Twitter. What's your stance on Jordan versus LeBron? You mean the conversation that people have been trying to have for more than a decade now? Oh, I don't know what brought that up now. Um, no, I think Jordan is the greatest, 6 titles, all with the Bulls. And quite honestly, if we're judging, but I think LeBron's scoring record is great. His longevity has been amazing. His ability to play multiple positions at a high level has made him one of the most dynamic players in the history of the league. The LeBron legacy for me is always going to be complicated because he chose to leave Cleveland and joined a super team in Miami and went 2-2 in those 4 finals. When he had the better team, he still lost twice in the finals. And the only championship of his that I would really legitimize and say I respect that is the one in Cleveland when they came back from down 3-1 against the 73 win Warriors. That one was incredible. And had LeBron never left Cleveland and gone to Miami and stayed in Cleveland and had that championship, I think my feelings would be different. And then, of course, he went to the Lakers, and all they won was like the Summer League championship, like the summer camp championship down in the bubble, which it's laughable that anyone thinks that actually counts. I mean, I guess it counts, but whatever. It's how history is going to regard certain things. So LeBron's an amazing player, the first player ever to score 40,000. So much of that is longevity, but he deserves credit for the longevity, for keeping his body right and playing at a high level. And he is undeniably one of the greatest players ever, but no, I would not put him above Michael Jordan. Where are we? All right, let's see if we can get a few more in here. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You know where to find them. brortho.com, brortho.com. It's Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, after hours clinic, open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. And of course, if you got roof issues, give us a shout. Tons of rain in the area yesterday. We'd love to help you out if you have roof issues. Our crews are out and about today, so just give us a shout, 364-1007. Please just call that number on the screen. It'll ring our office, ring a handful of people's cell phones as well, so you'll get a human 364-1007, 364-1007, 364-1007. All right, couple more comments. Everyone in the SEC sang that song when Saban. Oh, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. MC Drew, Jesse Brown, God's Green, Ding Dong, Bama is burning. Nicole, we burned bridges. Robert, Matt headed to Greenville to watch LSU women. Do they do fan interactions after when on the road? Listen, I've always seen that, Robert, how they do a great job of taking pictures, signing autographs and stuff like that. The best bet is to go find where their bus is, if you can't get near the floor, go find where the bus is after the game and try to get them when they're going on the bus or at the hotel, the team hotel. John Carr, good riddance, Michael Thomas, typical diva behavior. Would love to get a picture with Malky or Angel with my 1-month-old baby girl. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be my recommendation, Robert, would be try to get them at the team hotel after the game or going on to the buses after the game. That would be my recommendation. After the game is probably going to be better before the game because before the game, they're probably going to be trying to lock in. Alex Clark, good morning. Barry Jocelyn, what do you think of the forthcoming Mike Tyson fight? Money grab? Of course it's a money grab. It's no different than Francis Ngannou fighting Anthony Joshua yesterday. Got a $20 million payday for it, and he got knocked out. Cliff, I'll bet it'll be just my luck. Michael Thomas goes to Dallas. I hope not. Okay, a couple more. Completely agree on all that. I will always be a Jordan guy. Just a massive campaign, at least on my timeline, trashing Jordan's competition. Oh. Wow. Ray Woods, Matt, any chance of a March Madness GameCoin platform release? I'm not going to speak out of turn. But I'm sure everyone has noticed that crypto is pumping. I've been telling you this. Yesterday, a Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. And we haven't even gotten to the halving yet. And it's going to be really fun over the next 18 months. For everyone that felt like you missed crypto in 2021, the 24 through 25 bull run, the 2021 bull run, the 24-25 bull run is like it's just pushing off from the dock. So here we go again. If you're not familiarize yourself with the crypto cycles, with the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, and how crypto runs, and how you can historically time the cycles, and how there's opportunity. I'm just saying that. Cliff, only true thing I can say with any certainty is age 30 LeBron greater than age 30 Jordan. One other thing to keep in mind, though, Cliff, is LeBron came into the league at 18. And Jordan came in after 3 years at North Carolina. So you also had a longer runway with LeBron in the NBA than you did Jordan. And both took a minute before they won their first championship. I think the difference is I would never look at LeBron as like a cold-blooded killer, the champion, like the guy that wants the ball. Like we all saw it illustrated during the last dance. Man, Jordan would make up stuff like to get him a mental edge on his competitors, to get him angry. I mean, he was just wired different. He's the greatest winner ever. John Wesley Wagner, morning, Matt. Who starts the baseball game today? It's going to be Gage Jump today. Gage Jump and then Thatcher Hurd in game 3. Stewart said, good morning. Always makes my day better to see Drew. Thank you, man. Vaughn, Matt, please remind viewers about time change. Spring ahead 1 hour. Yep, for sure. Change your clocks tonight. But I think most people like your clocks are automatic, like on your phone. Everything does it anyway. Ryan Stadler, the MJ LeBron thing, too, is interesting because technology, healthcare. I don't. With respect, the MJ LeBron thing is one of the things that, as a sports talk radio host, makes my skin crawl. It's like who's on your Mount Rushmore of this or that. Like it's just lazy sports talk fodder, and there is no answer. Believe what you want. I don't really care. I mean, both sides have very valid arguments. I just whatever. All right, last one, Danny. Kind of forgot I own Game Coin. Can you remind me how to check it again? Wasn't it something like Poo? Yes, you can check PooCoin, or if you have um, Gamecoin in your Trust wallet, which is what you probably did, you can check the price in your Trust wallet, the value in your Trust wallet. And then also one that I use is CoinGecko. So CoinGecko is an app, just like it sounds, CoinGecko, like the little lizard. And you can see the current prices of all the cryptos on CoinGecko. So if you just went there and you typed in GMEX, like Gamecoin is listed on, you see right there. There you go. So Gamecoin is listed on CoinGecko. So there it is. Whoop. We hit like this is, I'll show you the last 14 days. Here's like this is the last month. That's fun. That's the last month. Yay. Here we go. Here we go again. Crypto's fun. You got to be patient. Got to have a plan. High five. What are you doing? You want to sit on Daddy's lap?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're almost done with Dad's show. And then you know what? Hey, so we're just about done with Dad's show. Okay. We're going to get dressed. And then what?
Daddy's work.
Go for Daddy's car to Daddy's work. What are we going to do there? Ride the elevator. And then what? You tell me. Pass by the Baton Rouge General. Yep. You tell me. And then what? Do you know what we're going to do later today? Daddy and Drew are going to go to the Holy Festival. If y'all have never been to the Holy Festival downtown, would highly recommend. It's HOLI. It's an Indian festival. And like India, the nation. And it's so much fun. Weather was beautiful last year. Wear white. Everyone has these color packets, and you throw them on everybody. And you see the pictures. I'm sure people like with color powder all over them. It's so much fun. Music, just people. I'm very proud of Baton Rouge. It's so many different people of different cultures and races and religions coming together and just being joyful. It was just a beautiful, beautiful day. I loved being a part of it last year. So Drew and I are going back, huh? 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 Are we going back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Festival.
After the Holy Festival, then we'll go to Drew's house. Wear your backpack.
And then
I don't know. Then we'll hang out. You and Daddy. Maybe Uncle Jeff might come over later and watch some fights. Yep. Hey, Vaughn said, ask Drew, what's your favorite videos to watch? Hey, what videos do you love to watch? Huh? Daddy's phone.
Yeah.
What do you like to watch on YouTube? What videos do you watch? Do you watch who? Who do you watch on YouTube? Who do you watch on YouTube? Yeah. Do you watch Backpack Blower?
Oh,
do you watch people sneezing? Do you watch elevators?
Oh.
What do you watch on YouTube? Can you tell me? Okay. You clip your toenails. What is this? All right, we're going to get dressed.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I guess we're done. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Scone page. Share the post. Y'all have an awesome Saturday. Hey, y'all come downtown to the Holy Festival. It's like 2 to 5 p.m. I'll take Drew out there. They have beer and your beverages and stuff for sale, food for sale, music. It's free. It's a free festival. You can buy the color packets. Just wear white, and a white shirt, just like a plain white shirt that you don't mind getting, color packets all over. Wear old shoes. Some you don't mind getting messed up. But it's a great day. Really fun festival, man. So hopefully we'll see you out there. Okay. Y'all have a great day. Peace.